If you're here in this chat, let's get a like for a house meeting. What's up, internet? My name's Ori. We are back here live for another Big Brother 27 watch party. It is the final four. One of these people will become the next member of the jury, but who will it be? We're gonna see the HoH competition. We're gonna see a veto competition. We're gonna see a live veto meeting and eviction. If you guys don't know, the veto is all that matters. It gets the sole vote to evict. But just before the feeds went down, we had breaking news inside the house. There's potentially going to be a house meeting. How will it affect tonight? We're gonna have to find out. Who knows where this could go now, because we did not get to see whether or not it took place. We did not get to see whether or not she's going to save it for the episode. It's going to be kind of exciting. It's going to be exciting. Is Vince leaving? Who knows now, Jonathan? Anything could have happened in that house. Anything could have happened in that house. So we're going to have to see how that all plays out. Thank you guys all for joining me here tonight. If you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Hit that like button. If you make it all the way through this stream. If you're having a good time in this stream, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. We've been doing daily live feed updates all season long, and we're almost at the finish line here, people. We've got tomorrow, we've got Saturday, and then it's Sunday will be finale night, where we will find out who the winner of Big Brother 27 will be. Oh boy, how did we get here so fast? It feels like the summer just started and we were about to get into the jury phase, but then all of a sudden the jury phase was here, and then boom, next thing we know, we're at finale. It's crazy. Stan, what's up, buddy? We deserve hair reveal for the 20K special. Take the cap off. But we love this cap. This cap's great. This cap's awesome. Keanu for America's favorite player. So I've been seeing some polls out there. Now, if you listen to Alyssa Riley, she would say that it's all lies. They have bots. It's all been rigged. Someone is funding this campaign, and it is all just a big lie that Keanu is not winning America's favorite player, that Rachel's gonna win. If Keanu wins it, it's only because of bots. But what I've seen, right, and from pretty reliable right sources, from just like looking around the different Big Brother places, I've been saying that it is kind of a two-horse race. You got Keanu and you got Rachel. I think Keanu will have a good amount of votes. I think Rachel's going to have a good amount of votes. Who's going to pull it off in the end? I'm not 100% sure. One thing that does usually happen sometimes, right? Like, you look at Tucker as an example of like somebody who, went out pretty early in the jury phase, but still ended up being someone who was, very much liked enough to be someone to, win America's favorite player. So you could get a little bit of that with Rachel, where maybe she was out so early that it, hurts her chance at winning it. But she's such a big name. I think she's still got a really good shot. But I think it really just does come down to those two. I'm also telling you, and I'm just saying, don't be surprised if somehow Riley sneaks up in there. I'm just saying, sometimes that happens. I'm not saying I approve of it. I'm just saying, prepare yourself for the possibility. I hope Keanu pulls it off. Did you know about the house meeting? I did know about the house meeting, but we don't know what happened with the house meeting. The feeds went off before it actually took place. So it's going to be interesting to see how that happens. But Mike, that's why you got to show up early. We were talking the whole time about that. I know I haven't seen him run. Suri never won. Cam won. So Keanu will win. If Riley wins, we got some keyboard warrior trolls. I'm just saying, be prepared for it as a possibility. I don't know if it's going to be a thing, but it's a possibility. And just, I want you to be prepared for it. You're delusional. Margaret, I'm telling you, like, literally what Frank just said earlier. Cameron won it. I'm just saying, Margaret. It's the same demographic that would probably vote for Riley that also voted for Cameron. They fit into the same mold, because the thing is, they're more of edit favorites, right? Like Cameron, if you go and watch the edit, Cameron on BB25, he's somebody that you're rooting for, right? Like if you just watch the edit, if you don't watch the actual like feeds and keep up with everything, kind of know how he's playing, even if watching the feeds, like you did kind of want to like see just a little bit because he was the underdog. But more so than anything else, if you watch the edit, he was very much edited very well. Riley was also edited very well. They're also very similar characters who I think would appeal to the same fan base. And I'm just saying there was controversy around Cameron that I think helped actually push him further in the vote. There's controversy around Riley that I think some people would actually support him in and actually push him further in the vote. I'm not saying I approve of it. I'm just saying be prepared for it. This is my first live with Ori. Does the music play the entire episode? Well, there shouldn't be music playing right now, unless you're just in the intro, Chrissy. But there shouldn't be any music playing right now. My first live, I put money on Keanu winning America's favorite player. Ava in the top 3, someone random like Kat, Ashley, or Mickey, potentially. Brenda coming on in with the $2.79 Canadian. That's Canadian. I watch you all the time. My first live. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brenda. I appreciate it. CBS won't even have Riley as an option to vote. I voted for Ori Streams. We need another All-Stars. Cam is so creepy and awkward, but he won America's Favorite Player. I'm just saying, be prepared. Get yourself mentally prepared for the possibility. They should have 2 votes, one for people in the know and not. This season, Keanu was my favorite to watch besides Vince. I know Vince doesn't have a chance, so Keanu gets all of my votes. No, he was there to vote. Yeah, I think he was there to vote as well, Otter. I was just going to say my mom hates Keanu and Riley, so take that for what it's worth. Her favorites are Will and Kelly. Will's another one that I think could have been up there. I think he's liked, but I don't know if he got enough screen time with the casuals to really be like really up there. But we'll have to see. Ori, we haven't seen you in a while. What do you mean, Colin? We've been doing videos every single day all throughout the season, Colin. Colin, where you been? I'm a BB prepper. I would like to see a season of people who were all first evicted for their season. That's always been kind of one of those ones that's been thrown out there. And I think it would be interesting. Sometimes I do think first boots are first boot, right? Like there's a reason sometimes people are first boots. And I don't know if we need to see a lot of them again. I think I'd rather a second chances, right? Because I think there are some first boots that just really, one, didn't get to show anything. Like they were just taken out for no reason, right? Would they have been good? Probably not. But they didn't even really get a chance to play. So I'd like to see some of them play. There are a few that was like, oh, maybe that would be interesting to see them get a second shot. But more so than anything, I want to see like a thing where it's like people who didn't win, preferably people who didn't make even jury, right? Like I'm talking people like even Cedric from last season, right? Where doesn't make jury, but really had a lot of potential, just got caught up in all kinds of craziness. And then the blockbuster, and then getting put up by an ally. People like that, right? Where like, people who got taken out by like weird things. Who's won this season who got taken out like weirdly by something? Even as right, like I don't know if I necessarily want to see him, only for the mess. Because here's the thing, the guy's messy. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, the guy is a mess. But Jimmy, right? Like Jimmy put up by an ally, right? People like that who are like they kind of got like taken out by like weird circumstances. That would be a season I'd be really interested in. Plus, you want some of that mess. You want someone like Jimmy. We're live. Let me give you a sync up here. Hold on a second.
The push toward the finale begins as a new head of household is crowned. The power of veto is played, and one more house guest walks out the front door, leaving the final 3 in place. Welcome to a supersized live eviction night on Big Brother.
Oh boy. All right, what do we got here? We had girls, GG coming on in with the sticker. I don't think I get like alerts for those, but thank you for coming on in. And then I see this one from Edward, but I don't see the alert. I'm assuming it's gonna pop up here in a second, but Edward coming on in with the $10 super chat. I just wanted to say hi to you and the rest of the Oreos. I'm not wanting tonight since not watching tonight since Keanu is gone. But I see you in finale. I can't wait for amazing race tonight. Have a blessed night. Edward, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on in. I don't know why we didn't get the notification for it, but I appreciate it. Then we got also Grace coming on in with the $5 super chat. Are they taking away the live feeds? Because if they do, the only thing I'll miss is you love your recaps. So Grace, I actually put out a tweet earlier before the episode. Paramount had put out a lot of information on the statistics for like how many people were watching and all that kind of stuff. They were up since last season on Paramount Plus and Pluto TV. More people are watching. More people are watching for longer. It was like the second most popular thing on Paramount, which also I think is a good indicator of like what's happening with Paramount. All right, I think there are the super chat notifications coming on in finally. They were slow. They were slow. But it was all really good news for live feeds. I think it's numbers that came out for the live feeds that probably should secure it for at least next season. But even further than that, I truly believe in the live feeds, not as only as like the past of Big Brother. It's the thing that made it different. It's the thing that made it stand out, at least to me when I was first getting into it. But I see it as the future as well. Nothing is making as much money right now in live content in the streaming wars. Like, nothing makes more than live content, right? If it's sports, wrestling, live like events, like the concerts and stuff like that they'll do. All those things are the things that are making the most money. You know what else is live? The Big Brother live feeds. And I think that really is a big thing they should push. Let me give you another little sync up here.
Mind's takeover once again tested loyalties and
Vince
took out a
pointing at us. I don't
giant
know
in
if
the
I like
game.
that.
With Keanu.
I don't know if I liked Vince pointing at us like that. That felt... It's rude to point, Vince. But yeah, I think if Paramount's smart, they would invest in the live feeds. They would push the live feeds. They would improve the game, because I think Big Brother and the live feeds are the kind of future of reality shows, right? It's the thing that can separate it from stuff like The Traitors. You can watch any season of The Traitors any time of the year. You can watch it, you know, when it comes out. You can watch it 6 months later. You can watch it 6 years later. It doesn't matter. Big Brother live feeds, you really only experience it live. That's the only time you experience it truly the way it's supposed to be. You can watch episodes of Big Brother later down the line, but they're not the same. Oh, we got Keanu. Keanu coming on out. I'm glad he gets the audience reaction and everything, because he deserves the applause. He deserves the love and to hear that people, he just said that makes him feel nice, and he deserves that. He ain't wrong. His social game was sabotaged. I mean, Kelly did kind of stab him in the back as well. I wish Keanu would have won that HOH, man. I really wish he would have won that HOH. Oh, love to see him have a second chance. Me too. I think Keanu's the one from this season of the newbies that I most want to see, like, run it back. I think, like, if I could choose anyone to run it back, I think I want to see Keanu do it. I think he probably would learn a lot from this experience. I think he would improve as a player. Because he's, in general, he's a likable guy, right? He just was so far up his own butt, right? He was so full of his own thoughts and opinions that he didn't really listen to anybody else except for Vince, because Vince is just a really good liar. Like, Vince had everybody fooled at multiple different times, right? So it's like, how can you really blame him for that? But other than that, it's like, man, I feel like Keanu, like, if he has like a little bit of like prep, like actual like coaching, right? Like, if Rachel gives him some tutoring after the season, I think he could do really well in a second season. I'd also love to see him on like the challenge and stuff like that. I think he'd crush it. I felt like a big brother to Vince, even though he's older than me. Oh, that's too funny. Vince with the mustache and knit hat looks like a Scooby-Doo character. If he would have listened to Rachel to begin with, he could still be in the house. Will Keanu win America's favorite? Maybe. It's maybe. It's so funny because he talks about like the two people he trusted the most were Vince and Rachel, but those were the two people that like trusted each other the least. they were always at each other's back. That's a little self-aware too. That he says like he got voted out because of how he is, right? He feels like a winner, hopes he would have met Julie in different circumstances. Oh, here's the goodbye messages. I feel like that was a bad... That was interesting because like it felt like they were setting Ashley up there to have a good goodbye message where she could explain what she was doing, but it didn't come off really well. Like it comes off like, hey Keanu, guess what? I was working with everybody in the house. Whereas like Morgan comes on and she's like, hey, I was working with Will, Rachel, Ashley, Vince. Like we had this whole thing going on. I'm sorry, bud. And I don't know. I feel like that's a bad, like that's not the kind of thing you need when you're looking for jury votes. Like you should really make those goodbye messages feel authentic, sympathetic. It's the thing that got Josh the win in BB20 or BB19. The thing that got Josh the win was his goodbye messages to the people being so upset and sorry for everything he did. You just don't understand Ashley. Mark, I don't think you understand this game then. If you think that goodbye message was good, Mark, I don't know what to tell you. She came across like, guess what, Keanu? I was working with everybody, right? Like, my social game was better than yours. That's how it comes off. It comes off arrogant and cocky. I'm just being honest with you on that one right there, like full on. Whereas Vince and Morgan, they came off like, hey, you know what? We were working with people. Sorry, bud. Even Ava, like, gave Keanu, like, props. She's like, you put the ass in assassin. You assassinated those comps, right? Like, she gave him some props. You were rooting for Keanu. You don't get it. I guess I don't get to have an opinion. Here's the thing. When I'm rooting for somebody, too, that doesn't mean I don't have the ability to then look at everything else objectively, right? I can look at situations and each individual player and evaluate them on their own. That is a possibility. No? Oh, 100%, Trisha. I'm not right. Like he said, he was going to pick them off one by one. That's a bad move. And I was saying all that stuff from the beginning too. Keanu wasn't a good player, right? But I'm just saying, a lot of them aren't good players in this game. We do have the HOH competition about to start here, the dice comp, which, funny enough, Keanu was practicing. He practiced this with a tissue box in the house. So, like, he was prepared for this one. So, it really was a good thing they got him out when they did. Oh, Ava can't even move hers. Ashley's struggling. Ashley finally gets hers to flip, though. Still having a hard time. I actually can, like, barely get that thing over. So basically, what you got to do here. Oh my God. Morgan throwing her whole body into that thing. Morgan jumping around in that cube like a madman. I want to get a good shot of Morgan doing that again. She's literally throwing herself. Oh my God. She literally throws herself at the Morgan. She's a beast. She is a beast. She stands, arms behind her back, like, everything's cool. Everything's fine. All right, they're off again. I was really hoping to see Morgan throwing herself again, because that was the best. He's like, oh, it's like a video game. I like it. Oh, now Ava's trying to throw herself, but it is not really working. Yeah. Yeah. She's like, oh, I start realizing that my feet are holding me down. Yeah. Oh, boy. Ava's not having as much luck with the throw your body into it. Oh, God. That felt like, did you guys ever see those movies with Ernest back in the day? That felt like a scene where, like, Ernest was, like, on a ladder and about to, like, fall backwards. He was like, ugh, and, like, made, like, one of those, like, faces. And it was kind of like a freeze frame, and then, like, he slowly starts to fall. Oh, man, Ava. Ernest Saves Christmas. Oh. Ava saves the crime lab. Oh, looks like everybody's going different ways again. Ava thinks she's kind of has it figured out, but I don't believe her. Yep, she got it wrong. And Morgan gets it right. Morgan is your HOH. Easy setup too. Morgan has punched her ticket to the final three. She makes her way on to the end. Now it comes down to the veto, though, because the thing is, HOH doesn't have much power. She's going to make her nominations here, but nominations do not matter. It is all about the power of veto. And Ava just said what I did. All right, we're about to head to a commercial here. Does Ava have a plan, they say? All right. All right. Headed to commercial here. We still got the veto competition to come. And then after that, the eviction and the ceremony all takes place live. So we'll see how that plays out here. Most of us know who won this, right? I think so. I try and keep the spoilers until it happens on the episode on these, just because there's always a few that show up. But I think most of us here, we know the deal. We actually it was all up to the person casting the only vote. Well, yeah, technically that is true, Tommy, right? It is all up to the person casting the only vote. Usually that's the veto holder, but the veto holder gets to choose who has that vote in the first place. Morgan has commands open. She was clipping. Morgan was clipping. Morgan had the hacks turn on. She had aimbot. She had wall hacks. She could see through the walls. She was doing it all. She was doing it all. Aimbot everything. Let's see. That one, I guess. Vinny is Morgan's cheat code. Oh no. He puts the cheat code. Morgan doesn't need to try. She has this 750k locked. I didn't even try to do the double entendre. Even Ashley always saying I'm going to win the comp, but then womp womp. Yeah, they can't win the comps. And here's the thing though, right? Like, listen, they've been complaining about the competitions as well, being like they're too physical, they're too this and they're too that. Part of the game of Big Brother is taking out the people who you can't beat in the end. Part of it is setting it up where you're going to be with people that you can beat, right? And if Ashley was in there with Rachel, Will, and Ava, Ashley probably has a really good shot of winning some of these competitions versus them. But guess what? She's not in there with them. She's in there with Vince and Morgan. And it's like, yeah, good luck. Good luck, Ashley, because that's what you got to beat. It's the same thing where it's like, look, and you got to give credit to Vince and Morgan being like, what you really have to give them credit for is going with the judges, knowing that everyone in the judges were people they could beat in competitions. Because Morgan's biggest worry was, I can't beat Lauren, I can't beat Kelly, and I can't beat Keanu. And if they beat me, they will put me up on the block. Kelsey for BB28. Oh my goodness. Lionel. I think that might be how you say that. Leo, coming on in with the $5 super chat. Kelsey for BB28. Oh my goodness. Listen, if they get Kelsey on BB28, and then here's what I would actually really think would be a fun season. Goes back to what used to be some of the most fun challenge seasons, right? Because here's the thing, when you bring people back for these all-stars and returnee seasons, there's always pre-gaming. You know how you mess with the pre-gaming? Battle of the Exes. Have Kelsey and Vince. Who else would be good? Who are some exes in here of the Big Brother community that we can have? Bring all the exes back, and I think that would be a fun season. We're back. Let me give you guys a sync up.
Oh, woo! Congrats, Morgan! What the heck? Yay! That was tough. Woo! Your girl won her second HOH of the season. I am so pumped.
Morgan coming up clutch. Derek and Claire. Oh, they did just break up. That's right. Kara. Yes. Tyler and Angela. Tyler and Angela for sure, because that one's bitter. Those are the ones we need. Those are the exes we need. The ones that are like bitter. Like Derek and Claire, they just broke up. I heard about that, but like, I don't think they're bitter. We need the ones who don't like each other. That's what we need. We need the ones where like it's messy. Yeah, like the wound is fresh. That's true. Did they break up? Yo, no way they broke up. If they broke up, absolutely Memphis and Christmas. Like, they're terrible. They're terrible, but that's what we need. We need people who are literally going to have screaming matches. We need people who are literally going to like almost come to blows. Like, not fully to blows, but like there's a chance. Like, there's a small chance. That's what we need. Who else would be like an exes thing that's like a thing? We need Blue and Jared. Are they on good terms? I wonder if they're on good terms. Like, do they not like each other? That's my big thing. I want people who don't like each other. Vince in the glasses and the lab coat. I don't know. Something fits about it. But oh, Fessy and Haley. Yeah, that's another one you could do. June and Jed. I'm sick of Ava playing to the characters. Adrian and the bread. Oh. Janelle and Dr. Will. They're showing some Vince and Ava stuff here where Vince has been showing like those little bit of doubts to Ava. But that was always like Vince just kind of covering his bases just in case she were to win the veto. No, Morgan nominating Vince would be like peanut butter nominating jelly. Just won't happen. I don't know why I find BB boring in at the end of the game. It happens sometimes, Wolfie. It happens. I feel like this one had like a little bit of an expedited process, but this week slowed it down. Like, there was no reason for them to really wait between the veto with Keanu and his eviction. Like, it felt like they just kind of wasted days there that they could have had it move a little bit more fast paced. A lot of people find last week too boring. Exactly, April, right? Like, the last week or two are just kind of a little like, eh. Bring Monty Taylor back to redeem himself. Ooh, that's another interesting one. Exactly, Mac. You need couples that don't get along. That's the key. That is the absolute key. Like, exes that do not get along. That is the absolute key. I guess you could do like rivals as well, right? Like, maybe it's not like exes, but like most of them are exes, right? Like, if we can't do a whole season of exes, like, it's like, all right, who are people that literally like just hate each other, right? Like, they would never do it because I think like legally maybe there might be some complications, but Will and Boogie at this point, right? Like, they hate each other. It could never happen, but right? Cody and Josh would be a good one. Riley and Matt. It would be interesting to see like just real like bitter rivalries in there, because I think that's the only way you could really like prevent a lot of the pre-gaming. Would blood versus water work? I think it could. I wouldn't do it with actual duos, right? Where like both would go on the block or something. But they would end up being duos anyway. So maybe you do a thing where it starts off where like the pairs get nominated in the first few weeks and then eventually everybody separates. But I think it could work. I think it would be fun. Did Vince grow the mustache to go incognito after the season? No, he came in with that thing. BB Unlocked would get great ratings if Monty and Taylor were back on TV. The postseason is going to be crazy. Mitchie and Holly showers. Did she make the noms? She's already made them, but like not on the episode. Bailey and Swaggy. I think they're still together, no? Are they not? I thought they were still together. Xavier and Kyler are now Kyler beefing how Kylan left. Really? Rachel and Reagan, right? Those would be good. Oh my gosh, Natalie and James Schuling. Oh yeah, because that one, from what I understand, that one's bitter. That one's bit. Like, I think there's like letters that were sent. Like, speaking of like legal, I think I'm like pretty sure. I'm pretty sure legal documents were exchanged in that whole situation. So yeah, let's get them on. If they have this evil stuff next year, I'm not watching. I've watched since the very first show, and all alter. I don't like the red face, the voice, the room, the candles, calling the table an altar. I get it if you have some dislike of it. But at the end of the day, you gotta remember, like, it's not like that serious. Like, it's not like trying to be anything too serious. It's a show where they're really just trying to make like jokes at the end of the day. Vince needs to let his hair go curly. That's what Morgan said. Morgan was pushing him for that today. I still don't see how Ashley getting along with everyone gets her the win. What about the comps? The one thing is, though, like a lot of times, like, jury vote is just about who you got along with, who you worked with. Yeah, sometimes comps can matter, but that's more about like if it's kind of like an even, right? Like if it's an even situation where you like both people the same, maybe you then go on like, all right, well, this guy won more comps, so I'm going to vote for him, or this girl won more comps, so I'm going to vote for her. Whereas for the most part, I feel like people just generally are going to vote for the people they were closest to, right? Like Rachel, at the end of the day, if Ashley is sitting there at the final two, Rachel's going to vote for Ashley because she was closest in the house to Ashley. Same thing, whereas Will, if Ava were to get to the final two, Will's going to vote for Ava because she was the closest to Ava in the house. Like, that's just who they were the closest to. And that's usually how it works more often than not. Sometimes, though, you get like bitterness, right? Like Keanu, like he said, he was closest to Rachel and Vince. If Vince gets to the final two, though, he has said that he has lost his jury vote. Is that true? I'm not 100% sure. It's also why potentially, right? Like, Morgan's probably going to win this game. But I still think there is a possibility Vince could pull it off, right? Because at the end of the day, Lauren was friends with Vince. Kelly was more friends with Vince. Keanu was more friends with Vince. So, like, those are 3 votes that he could potentially get. I think everybody else would end up voting for Morgan, but if Vince is sitting next to Ashley, maybe Morgan also votes for Vince, right? Like, I think there is a chance that he could do it. We're back here.
Having secured her place on finale night, Morgan must now make the final nominations of the season, knowing that the final veto could turn everything upside.
All right, nominations coming here. Ava and Rachel after Rachel watches the show. Ava wins if she gets to the final 2. Just needs either one. Morgan or Vince goes tonight, or 2. Vince sees Ashley as the only comp threat, stopping him and Morgan, and votes her. I'd like to know the total time Ashley spent in the shower. Hours. If Vince isn't a Paul, I think Vince has a good shot, but he just has to get there. I think you're right, T-Gold, right? I think if he gets there versus Ashley, there's a chance, right? I think that one's 50-50. Here comes the nominations. They don't matter too much anyway, but they're being dramatic with it. She nominates Ava and Ashley. But again, it all comes down to veto. Veto is the big thing. Accidental exact sync zing. I think the show could do a 9-person jury, but take 2 random that were voted out at certain weeks and not tell the house guests until finale night. Ooh. That would be kind of interesting, right? Like just 2 randomly voted out people from the pre-jury are put into sequester. Nobody knows that they're in the jury. It'd be interesting. It definitely could flip some votes, right? Because if like nobody knew they were there, would the jury... Here's a question, right? In your scenario, would the jury know those 2 people are part of the jury? Because if the jury knows, it probably wouldn't be too crazy, right? It would only be like the house guests wouldn't know when they were planning for their jury thing. Like who would have how many votes and what. But if the jury doesn't know either, that could mess even like where the votes are, because even the jury wouldn't know that there's these 2 other votes that could flip the whole thing. Ori, congrats on 20K. Chuck can help. Thank you. I appreciate it. Vince is a male Lauren. He can't make his mind up. Yeah, hit that like button. Listen, guys, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. If you're having a good time on this stream, smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. We have a lot to go over still. We've got the eviction still to come up. We've also got a veto still to be played. Tomorrow morning, we will be live here on the channel, possibly breaking down who won part 1 of the HoH competition for the final 3. And then we'll also have Saturday. We'll have information on part 2, and then Sunday is our finale. So you guys are want to keep up with everything this weekend. It is a big, exciting end of the season for Big Brother all throughout this weekend. Ori, how come every season number 4 doesn't know they go to a hotel and not the jury house? What do you mean? Is that a thing? Every season number 4? Did they not know? Is that, I've never realized that. But yeah, they always go to a jury house. Season 30, 3-decade season. Bring back even amounts of players from the first 10, second 10, and last 10 seasons. Just don't know if they could get enough early players. That's the hard part too, right? As the years go on, like, can you get some of those early players? Because unlike with like Survivor, right? Like Survivor's on season 50, but they do 2 seasons a year, right? So like technically it kind of speeds everything up a little bit. And then with Big Brother, it's only that 1 season a year, and it's been so long since that first one that it's like, can you get people from that? I think on 50 though, they got a couple, and I'm sure there's a couple you could probably get from those early seasons. But it gets harder and harder as every year goes on. I'm not ready, Ori. I think a season of all first voted out players of various seasons would be a lot of fun. Like I said, I think sometimes the first boot is the first boot for a reason, but I really do like the idea of like second chances where we get some of those first boots, some of those people who just went like pre-jury, maybe people just looking for like a huge redemption where like they got screwed out of leaving for some reason. I think that would be really fun. Kelsey isn't talking to anyone. What a move though. Imagine the old age wise players against the young, more brash ones. That would be cool. Vince has a blind villain potential, maybe Powers villain. They did Teddy. I think her name was her dad. She hated it. Well, the last eviction goes to a hotel because it's such a quick turnaround, I think. So the last eviction, like this one now, like whoever leaves tonight, they go to the jury house, right? Like they don't stay at the jury house, but they go to the round table. They show up to it. And then the last person, like the very last person, they don't even go anywhere. They just leave the house and join the jury. So if that's what you mean, like if it's like the final four person, if that's what you were trying to say, like, yeah, they don't actually go to like the house itself, right? Like they'll go and join at the jury round table, and then they end up, they might stay the night. That's actually something I don't know, if they stay the night there at the jury after the round table. I would imagine, because why wouldn't they, right? And then, you know, they don't have to pay for the house. We had Sunny Beach coming on in, hitting that subscribe button. Listen, Sunny, you might not have known this, but when you hit that subscribe button, me and you, we now have a secret alliance. Shh, don't tell anybody, Sunny. It's a secret. We're going to the end. We're going to the final two. Thank you so much, Sunny, for hitting that sub button. Can't wait to watch Keanu on the challenge. Yeah, I think he'll be really good on that. I'm so annoyed they haven't shown jury. Yeah, we haven't gotten any. But also, like, I kind of get it too, because it's like, what's there to show, really, right? Like, I guess you could show the first four, but I think we already saw Rachel and Will, right? We already saw Rachel and Will on BB Unlocked, just not on like the show. We still haven't seen Kelly or Lauren showing up, and Keanu will be showing up there at some point. But yeah, they haven't really shown us a lot. I guess we're really only going to catch up with a lot on finale night. That's probably when we're going to get most of it. Ashley might win Veto if the challenge is who could take a shower. Oh no. We're back. Let me give you a sync up.
For the power of veto competition. The winner not only guarantees themselves a spot in the final three, but they will determine who will cast the sole.
We are here for the veto competition. Yeah, they'll give us another segment during finale, and then we'll get like that segment of everybody showing up, and then we'll get the round table. So it looks like some kind of giant like string puzzle they're going to have to be building here or something. So yeah, they need to fix the evidence boards. Oh, yeah. So it's like the day. Oh, is it like a slide? Oh, do you have to like slide it up and then slide it over and then slide it up and slide it over? Is that how it works? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So it's like a slide puzzle, but vertical. I'm gonna be honest, I suck at slide puzzles. I don't know what it is. I suck at slide puzzles. I'm good at puzzles. Like puzzles I'm pretty good at. Like I'm not great at puzzles. But like as far as like these type of things, like I'm bad at slide puzzles and I'm bad at Sudoku. Because I'm not good at math. I'm terrible. Listen guys, I'm terrible at math. I'm I need all 10 fingers, toes. I need to borrow your fingers, your toes. Those are my weak points as far as like competitions would go, as far as puzzles. Yeah, like that's the thing, Brandy, right? Like just because I suck at them, like I think it's cool they're doing this because it's a little different. It's a change on like the type of a comp this usually is. You take the days and then you add like a new element kind of to it. I kind of like it. How's your trivia? Trivia pretty good. Like if I was doing like the challenge, like you talking like that kind of trivia, like just random trivia, like I'm good at that. Like I would not be hitting that water. I'd be one of the ones staying up. GG, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. I thought I saw something else come in. I thought I saw something else, but maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, you know what it was? Someone asked about covering Amazing Race and Survivor. So one of the things is we're going to have tomorrow's Friday morning live stream. We're never going to be live for that. We're going to be covering everything that's happened on the feeds, whatever we get from it after the episode tonight. Hopefully we get information on the final 3 HoH, which should take place today. That should take place tonight after the episode, where they'll have their dinner, where they kind of do like memory lane and they talk about things that happened during the season. Ooh, I like Morgan's strategy real quick here. Morgan like slid everything up. She just put like a whole bunch of stuff into the empty spaces so she can move stuff around and kind of figure it out. I like that. I like that idea. Because you then start to go like, all right, let me just like take some of these out of the equation for a second and be like, I know these go together. I know these go together. That was a good strat. So tomorrow we'll be live talking about like things that happen on the live feeds. Hopefully what happened with part 1 of HoH. But we'll talk about, you know, Survivor. I did watch the premiere. We'll have the Amazing Race episode, which is what, after the episode tonight, right? Amazing Race starts tonight, which I'll definitely watch before tomorrow. Because feeds are probably going to be down tonight at some point for a while with the competition and that dinner they do. So I'll catch up on the Amazing Race. I need to catch up on the challenge as well, because I'd like to talk about that and kind of moving forward too. There's still been a lot of that going on. And I just haven't had the time for the episodes, but I had seen some of it and it seemed pretty good. I kind of like what they were doing this season. So those are all things that I definitely want to talk about. And as far as like the season itself, right? Like once the season's over, yes, we are going to be doing stuff here on the channel. I do want to do potentially the Friday morning streams for sure are going to stick around. I think we're going to do every Friday. We'll be live Friday mornings. There might be Fridays we miss here and there. But that one's definitely stick around. We're also going to be doing a lot of stuff over on Kick and Twitch in the evenings as well. I want to do some watch parties, because here's the thing. We can do some fun stuff over on Kick. Especially Kick. Listen, guys, I'm just saying, make sure you follow it on Kick. Let me see if I come up if I do exclamation Kick. I don't know if that's a actual command. Is that a clickable link? I don't think that's a clickable link. Let me get you a clickable link. Let me get you a clickable link here. That should be a clickable link. I'll post it a couple of times there. Make sure you check out Kick, because Kick is a great place. We can do a lot. We can have a lot of fun over there. Certain things that restrict us over here on YouTube that we don't have to worry about over on Kick. Just saying. Also, make sure you're following in the Discord. The Discord's a lot of fun. I think if I do exclamation Discord, I think a link should pop up there to the Discord. But the Discord's a great place as well. Morgan making some good progress here. Everybody else feels like they're so far away. Like they're showing like Morgan's all of hers correct. Like she's basically got 2 that she's got left. Morgan just absolute domination. Yes, Kick is free. Kick is just like YouTube or Twitch. It's just a different platform. And the great thing about Kick, like there's not many ads over on Kick either. Just saying. But it's got a little bit of extra less restrictions, I should say. And there's some fun stuff we could do over there. A couple of things I definitely want to check out once the seasons are over too are things like the Traders Ireland. They did a whole seasons of the Traders over in Ireland. Whenever the Traders UK starts up, I'm definitely going to be interested in that. Traders US obviously is going to be a thing. I think even they have a new season of the Traders Australia, which is going to be coming out. Traders Canada is going to be coming out as well. So check out the Discord, which I don't think the link popped up there. Let me see. Let me update our board here as well with Veto. Morgan, you're a Veto winner. There is links for the Discord, because Discord's probably going to be the best place to keep track of like everything going on, like when I go live and stuff like that. I know sometimes like YouTube notifications are weird and they don't really work well, whereas Discord, you get notifications every time I go live, whether it's here on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, Kick, wherever it is. You'll get notifications about that. We're about to head to a commercial break here. Norma, is that you? I didn't see you earlier. How you doing, Norma? Morgan's good, but half the players she's up against right now are weak. I agree. They are very weak, and that's one of the reasons why I feel like she's got the strongest shot to do well. What's this we got here? We've got Lolo VT coming on in, hitting that follow button over on Kick. I appreciate it. Listen, the YouTube people, listen, you don't know this, but over on Kick, you get a motorboat. When you follow on Kick, you get a motorboat. It's a thing. Just downloaded Kick and started following. Yeah, there's like an app on iPhone and everything like that. Kick is great. So we're definitely going to be doing some fun little pop-ups there as well. It's no fun when others get crushed every time. Vinny the Lip. I made a couple of pictures. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick. I put them out on Twitter. There was a couple of things I had some fun with. I was messing around. Let me see if I can pull this up while we're in commercial break here. So we've got this one, and then this one. So last night on the episode, Keanu had a great line about Vince being the most untrustworthy man on the entire West Coast. So I figured I'd make him a wanted poster. Wanted Vinny the Lip. The most untrustworthy man on the entire West Coast can be identified by being extra huggy, known for double-crossing his friends and crying his way out of trouble. Reward, trust at your own risk. So we got that. But then also, I made something else that I thought was pretty funny, because this came up. I forget who made the comment. Somebody made a comment. I don't know if they're here in the chat now, but somebody made a comment on the YouTube video about Vince and his crying and stuff like that. And I forget even how it came up, but I came up with this idea about Vinny the Lipped pickled eggs salted with the tears of my game. Give your taste buds a hug, strictly as friends. They're lip smacking good. By the way, these are have a testimonial. They are hated by all jury members. Hated by all jury members. So get your Vinny the Lip pickled eggs. Those are just some of the fun stuff we've been having around here. Ori's talents going to great uses. The wanted poster. What's funny about the wanted poster, and I saw somebody who was a Brandy make merch. The wanted poster, it reminds me of like the Cactus Jack poster t-shirts from back in the day, right? Like Mick Foley when he was Cactus Jack, and it was just a wanted poster of on his shirt of himself. That's what that kind of reminded me of. I was like, oh, that would kind of make a good, cool shirt, right? The real picture of Vinny is funnier. Comes with special Morgan flavor. Oh no, Gio! I wish Keanu would have said to him, if I cry and beg exactly like you did, will you keep me in the game? Oh no. Loki would sell a ton. Both of those with AI, yeah, just kind of messing around. I could see the crumbs if eggs see the crumbs if the eggs in his mustache. We can see the spreadsheet, so we can see where we stand, please. Yeah, there you go. Brienne, just hit the command there. You can click that link and check where you're at. We're back to the episode here. Let me give you a sync up.
Welcome back to Big Brother. With Morgan,
and then I'll try and give you guys as much
Vinny
of
should be safe.
the
That
meetings
is,
here as possible.
if he can keep his foot out of his.
We're getting a little bit more segments here, and then we should be getting into the meeting and the vote. Mama Bear coming on in, following over on Kick. You also do, listen, Mama Bear, you do get them. It's a thing. It's a thing when you follow on Kick. Listen. Oh no. Kid coming on in. Kid, guess what? You also get a motorboat. Are you guys gonna make me do a whole bunch of motorboats now? Listen, this might get a little awkward. This might get a little awkward after a while. Ava has been doing this a lot where she like just talks to the camera. She's kind of losing it a little bit, but all of them do. All of them do. It already is awkward. This scene provided proved that steamrolls can be enjoyable. It's over for Ava, probably. Though, again, just before the feeds went down for the episode, Ava was like, yo, I'm going to call a house meeting. I'm vacationing out of the country and can't watch the show live. Bum. Thanks for the live party. Ori, you're welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying your vacation. Such a shocker. Ashley didn't win. She's a comp beast. And no one ever. George! We don't know if Ashley approves. Who's that? Brandy coming on in. Brandy, you get a motorboat. Thank you so much for following over on Kick. I appreciate it. Or you're going to continue doing the watch party for the Amazing Race tonight? No, I'm probably going to call it. Only because I have stuff I have to get ready for tomorrow's live stream. But we will be live tomorrow morning for our Friday morning live, where hopefully we know a lot of information about who won part 1 of the HOH competition. Vince has screwed over all his allies. He has. The next HOH needs to be a lipstick application competition. Oh God, why are we getting this? They're showing the moldy cup. This is what we're getting. This is what we're getting, is the moldy cup. There's nothing else you could have possibly shown. There's nothing else you possibly could have shown. Maybe Ashley talking to Vince. Maybe Ashley talking to Morgan. Maybe Ava talking to Vince, or Ava talking to Morgan. Maybe Vince and Morgan talking to each other. How long is this episode? Is this an hour and a half episode, or this is an hour episode? I'm confused now, because there is no way this is what they're showing right now. There is no way. There is no way this is what we're watching right now. Why is this a thing? Is it till 9:30? It's an hour and a half? That makes more sense, because I was going to say, if like, there's no reason we should be watching that right now. 2 hours? There's no way it's 2 hours. There's no way it's 2 hours. Not a chance. But now we're going to get like a half hour of filler? This is crazy. Not 2 hours, excuse my French. Wait, did I say it? Did I drive an F? I try not to. I try not to drop them, but every so often they happen. I'll also be honest, if you're following over on Kick, they happen a lot more often. One of the big reasons I don't do it on YouTube is like YouTube like kind of like penalizes you a little bit for it, or at least in like the beginning parts of a video. So I usually try and stick to that a little bit. Over on Kick, we get a little bit more wild. That's why the motorboats are over there. On nights like this, Ori, it's inevitable. Language, Ori, you're going to get in trouble. Go Birds. The problem is, here's my problem right now. They could have gotten this done. So this is interesting because they are showing how like Vince did kind of mess around a little bit. And there has been some tension and the vibe's been weird. All right, we're getting another commercial here. Oh boy, here we go with the Morgan and Vince, right? T-Gold, like that's kind of my problem now is we've now got a half hour of this filler, which they really could have gotten done in like 3 conversations, right? The big thing is, unless they were able to edit the Ava house meeting, it's like, ooh, which birds? Seahawks or Cardinals? Neither. Neither of those birds. The only bird, America's bird. The Eagles, baby. Why is Morgan still talking about Lauren? I know, Lori. I know. And this is what I've been dealing with for like the past, it feels like the past month at this point. I've been dealing with Vince and Morgan. The Vince and Morgan soap opera has been like just I feel like this is my own little personal hell. Like this is what Big Brother has done to punish me for something that I've done. I don't know what it is, but they stay up late. They go back and forth. They talk about the same things over and over again. Oh, Lauren, who the has been. It's just been ridiculous, the two of them. Ridiculous. The way they go back and forth. It's something else. What did you do in a past life to deserve? That's what I want to know, Jonathan. That's what I want to know. She's been jealous since Zach. Jealousy. Wait until Morgan finds out Lauren was his number one. Why is Morgan on Vince's side of the bed? Is it a power move telling him it's her choice? So that was a thing. That's what's crazy. They've been sleeping up in that HOH room, right? And the whole time Vince was the HOH and she was the guest. Soon as she won HOH, they literally switched sides of the bed. They literally switched sides. And then she's been sleeping head to toe. And at like the end of the bed, he said, I ain't doing that. And he sleeps just right regular, like the normal way. It's been a thing. I've been dealing with this for weeks now. And they're driving me insane, the two of them. Like absolutely insane. If Morgan cuts Vinny at Final 3, I would be so happy. It'd be crazy if she did that. I don't think there's really a good reason for her to do it. It'd be a wild move that Ashley and Ava would have had to have pulled off. And if they are able to do that, kudos to them. Do we have a look at Cody? Hold on. Cody for the roundtable this season. What the hell does BB27 have on these productions? Oh wait, is Cody doing the roundtable this season? That's interesting. Still so mad about the Philly Rams game. Oh man. Listen, we have sacrificed Taylor Swift to the Kansas City Chiefs, and we now have their mojo. Taylor marrying Travis has given us their mojo where things go right for us. We're back.
Veto holder, Morgan is guaranteed to be in the Final 3. But suddenly,
yes, Levita, she
who
plays
she
in the
wants
HOH.
coming with her is not so clear.
All right, some more catch-up stuff here. Interesting. You know what they cut from there? They cut a big thing from that. The line that Ashley said, Operation Get Ashley second place. They make it seem like Ashley's like, oh yeah, I can win this thing. But they made sure to cut that out. It's gambling $750,000, which would be crazy. It's just like, hold up. What are we Ashley says, I've been working all season to be the closest to Morgan, so when the time comes, she chooses me over anyone else. What season is this? What season did this? Was this another season? Was this a season we didn't see? I'm not sure when this happened, Ashley. Because at no point did you try and make sure that you were Morgan's number one. Ever. Yeah, she's capping. 100%. Yeah, what season was this, Ashley? What season was this? If she would have said that about Ava, I would say, okay, she's done some stuff in the last few weeks to make sure she was close to Ava. But she's done nothing. Have I been watching the wrong feeds? Selvi, here's the thing. You say she was trying and not succeeding. When was she trying? When? When she let Vince sleep up there every night? Because letting Vince sleep up there every night is not trying. She should be like, oh, let me get in there too. I'm telling you right now, if I'm in the Final Four with Vince and Morgan and they've been getting this close and I've noticed it, because you don't not notice it, I'd say, hey, let's have a sleepover. And I'd just invite myself into the HOH and I'd sleep in the bed. I don't care if I'm not invited. I'm just, hey guys, and I jump on in and fall asleep. I ain't letting it happen. I'm not letting it happen. She let it happen. It was all in her mind. She misspoke. She meant Rachel. Yes, Lori, yes. Ay, ay, ay. The soap opera. The soap opera between these two. Oh. This is what I'm saying, right? Like, they let this happen. They let Morgan and Vince get this close. And, like, it's not like Morgan didn't tell everybody that Vince was her number one guy. She's been saying this for weeks. Zach was still in the house, and she still said Vince was her number one guy. You know what I think's happened here, guys? I think what's happened here is they made this a 90-minute episode. They made this a 90-minute episode, and it's gotten Ori mad, and Ori is going on some Ori rants. Ori said if he's going out with a bang. We're headed to another commercial break here. Mastermind was a waste, probably. This was just fluff and filler. Nothing will change. Bye, Ava Pearl. Vince can stop telling the truth about Lauren. Or is seeing this shit for the Colin. It's like the 5th, 6th, 7th time I'm seeing this. Morgan gets the $750K. Vince gets Zach's toothbrush. Think Zach is going to hook up with Lauren. Maybe. Love me some Ori rants. That's revisionist history. She only worked on getting close after Rachel left. Exactly, Sparks. Me and you share a brain cell, dude. I'm with you. In fact, the time she kept the doors open for Keanu as well. Only in Ashley's mind or lack thereof. Morgan would have jumped on Keanu next if Vince got evicted. What a gameplay if Morgan used a veto. If Morgan uses the veto, it's not good gameplay for Morgan. It's somehow Ava and Ashley were able to convince her to do things in spite of herself. That would be the gameplay. For Morgan, it would be terrible. It would be a terrible move. So we can talk about through what exactly we need to happen for Morgan to lose. Oh man, it's gonna take a lot. Tomorrow, so one of the reasons why I'm not gonna stream the Amazing Race episode is one of the things I want to do and work on is get graphics set up so that tomorrow during the chat we can go over jury scenarios. I want to take each of the final 3 and break out each of the 3 different scenarios for what the final 2 can be, and then we'll go over the jury and we'll like put like at least what I think the jury's gonna look like for each of those votes, but also I want to get your guys' opinions, right? So like we'll do like little like polls in the chat And we'll kind of be like, all right, who do you think this person will vote for? Who do you think this person will vote for? And we'll kind of like run them real quick. And I think it'll be kind of fun. So you're gonna want to be here tomorrow morning for our Friday morning live stream. They're always a lot of fun. The best end is that Morgan dumps the little weasel, and the weasel gets a big hug from Keanu at the end. Here for the Ori rants. If she loses HOH, is she done? Potentially. That would be the thing that needs to happen. But also, like, if Vince wins it, we're still not 100% sure if Vince actually would take her or not. We're not sure. I think it's looking more and more likely that he actually will. Because I think he realizes that, like, he probably loses either way. And he would need her vote, right? Like, one of the big things is Morgan also has said she would still vote for him if he cut her. So, like, that might be a thing where if Vince wins HOH and he cuts Morgan and wins the game, my word. My word. If Ashley cuts Morgan and then loses the game, would be crazy too. If Morgan right now cuts Vince, it'd be crazy. If Morgan right now uses the veto on Ashley because of Ava being crazy and getting doubts about Vince, and then Ava says, and Ashley says, listen, I'll just make sure that Ava goes. And then Morgan uses it on Ashley, and then Ashley pulls a Dan and then evicts Vince anyway. We're back here, by the way. I'll give you the sync up.
So please head to the front of the living room.
I'll give you guys as much of this as possible.
I have decided not to use the power of veto, and just know that I love you guys so much.
All right. It's all up to Vince. Vince makes the call. We get this set up here as well. As we get to set up to reveal who will be in the final three, Vince will make this decision.
Tonight,
Thank you.
to my parents, I love you more than anything. You've blessed me more than anything in this life.
Italian sausage.
Can ask you to do is not contact me after this. I'm kidding.
Only thing I can ask you not to do is not contact me after this.
Follow that up, Julie. You look gorgeous.
Ava Pearl. Ava Pearl saying, listen, don't even talk to me. All right. Ashley's giving her speech here. Pretty basic, just being nice to Ashley. It is now up to Vince to cast his vote. Julie's giving a lot of preamble here. All right. It's time for Vince to make his decision.
So, with all respect, I vote to evict Ava.
Ava
It's official, Ava.
has
You are
been
evicted.
evicted from the Big Brother house. Time to update our board. Our final three: Ashley, Morgan, Vince. They will compete in the final three HOH, a three-parter. Part one, the winner goes automatically to part three. Part two, the losers of part 1 face off and will battle it out to get the opportunity to battle the winner of part 1 in part 3. The winner of that will be the final HOH and get to choose who sits next to them. One of these 3 will be our winner of Big Brother 27. Dude, I thought Ashley would be gone week 1. What happened? Week 1, Ashley should have been gone. Wrong move. Morgan win. What a performance. So performative. Your next Ashley, model unemployment and lawyer. Morgan has won, no doubt. She gets what she wants. Oh man, who was it? I saw Rockstar posted a thing on Twitter where she sang like it would almost sound like a Bond song. It was like, Morgan gets what Morgan wants, or Morgan what Morgan wants. Morgan gets. Morgan played him like a fiddle. Well, I thought, I wouldn't have Ava after that rude remark. She sunk her own boat. Judges, the judges make the final 3. Crazy. Morgan is diabolical. May as well just give Morgan the cash now. Well, that's the thing. She still has to win that final 3 HOH. Because there is a potential. There's a potential they could cut her. They're talking about America's favorite house guest. Make sure you get your vote in for America's vote, America's favorite house guest. The winner gets what, 50K? Is it 50K for the winner? So get your votes in. Who should win? Yeah, $50,000. Yes, HOH Part 1 should take place tonight. It should take place tonight. What they normally do after the episode, they're gonna have like their like special dinner where the final 3, they all kind of have, you know, steak and lobster and champagne. And then they talk about some of the moments from the season, and then that'll be what airs tomorrow night. Just that Memory Lane episode. And then immediately after that is when they start Final 3 Part 1. It's the Part 1 of the HOH. Normally some type of an endurance competition. So we'll hopefully find out the winner of that by tonight or tomorrow morning. So you're going to want to keep here on the channel because we will be live for one of our third to final updates of the season. We've got 3 updates left of the season, which is crazy. Our final Friday morning live stream of the season. Just absolutely insane that we're here this far. It feels like it's such a weird thing because it feels so long, but also it feels so quick. Anybody else have that weird vibe, right? Where it feels like it was like one of the longest seasons, but also one of the shortest seasons. Like, how are we here already? But also it feels like it took forever. What will I do without my daily Ori updates? So that's the other thing, guys. Listen, if you guys are here, you're hanging out, I get it. Sometimes you're only interested in the Big Brother things, and that's cool. I 100% get it. Majority of you only care about what happened on the live feeds, and they say, hey, goofy dude, quit your yapping, shut your pie hole, and get back to the info. All right? And I get it. But we're going to keep things kind of moving here because there's a lot going on that's going to be happening this off season. First off, we're going to keep some of the live streams in the mornings going, right? I don't know if we're going to be doing every day a video or every day a live stream, but we're going to do a lot of mornings. If I can get it to work, I'd love to even do like Monday to Friday, do like a morning stream. We'll pop on in the morning. Maybe Saturdays and Sundays we'll do like, you know, free for all. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't, right? And then we're also going to be doing stuff in the evening over on Kick and Twitch, especially on Kick with different watch parties for other reality shows and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of really interesting stuff going on with that. But also on top of that, I have a lot of like really big plans and ideas of things that we can do. And then on top of that, I fully believe we're getting a winter season of Big Brother, whether it's celebrity or legends or whatever. We're back. Ava's getting interviewed by Julie here.
The 6th member of the jury. Vince was the one who evicted you, and you said just moments ago, "Don't bother contacting me after this," to him. Did you mean it?
Nah, I'm just busting it.
She's like, nah, I didn't mean it. Just said it on national television. No big deal. Will the streams be on YouTube or will they be on Kick? Potentially both sometimes. Sometimes only on one or the other. We're going to kind of play it by ear a little bit. Just a little bit. The best way to keep up with everything, keep up on if you're in the Discord. I highly recommend joining the Discord. That's probably the best way to keep track of everything that's going to be going on.
Been telling me he's not taking you to Final 2.
This is what happened before the episode.
Not leaving this house, not having told the truth. Because I want everybody to know exactly what I said before I leave. Morgan girl, do not do for a man what he won't do for you.
This is what she was going to say.
I don't know what he's telling you. He wants to bring Ashley.
Ah! That's the house meeting. That was the house meeting. House meeting. The funny thing was, I had a lot of that in my notes. There was another line. They didn't show it. But the line was, "This house is more full of bullshit than one of Riley's rodeos. Vince, you should know you voted him out." Ava's too much, man. She's too much. Ava got my vote now. And Morgan will be right by Vince's side. He's lying. Vince is loyal to Morgan. Oh, snap. Ava seems very nervous. Okay, goodbye messages. Ava keeps looking over her other shoulder. I don't know why. That was a better goodbye message from Ashley. It was better, but I feel like there was still just a little bit of it, like, insincerity with it. Like, and maybe it's just me, like the whole, like, bye, like that kind of a thing. Like, to me, I don't know. When you're trying to, like, get this person to vote for you for $750,000, to me, it feels like you really want to do everything you can. With Ava, I don't think it really matters that much, right? If we're being honest. I don't even know if Ava was really listening. But especially when you compare Ashley's goodbye message to Keanu, it was much more like, my social game was better, so there you go. And it was like, ooh, I don't know if that's great. Is Ava on like edibles or something? The camera was like coming here and Ava was like looking at the camera. She was like, what is with Ava right now? She's in outer space right now. She's seeing her aura change. What is going on with Ava? I think she's nervous in front of the crowd. She lost it. She absolutely lost it. It has to be the crowd, right? It has to be the crowd. Humain? I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Your daily reminder to vote Rachel for America's favorite player. Only 2 episodes remain. Crazy. Right? Like a mini panic attack, Donnie. Like, right? Like, I think that's what it is. Right? The cabin fever of the house and then the crowd and all that. She was like punch drunk. Like 100% punch drunk. Like she was not in like a very clear-headed mindset. You know what I mean? It's 100% overwhelming. She forgot the other people existed. Get her in therapy. Well, Kira, 100%. They all need it. Oh yeah, Cody is going to be doing the round table. Somebody mentioned it earlier. I didn't even heard that. Interesting that is Cody. I don't know why it's Cody. I still think the perfect person's Danielle Reyes. That's my personal opinion. And they're promoting The Amazing Race, European Adventure. It's all Big Brother edition. We're going to be talking about this tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We're going to get a little bit of eavesdropping in on the final 3 here before the episode ends. Cody and his grandpa sweaters. Oh, they're getting champagne.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's going everywhere. It's going everywhere. Oh. The final 3 getting champagne. What a final 3, huh? Oh, they're all singing and dances, the judges. What a final 3. Also, I gotta give Morgan, like, her style is straight up 90s. Like, you know what I describe Morgan's style as? It is 90s, like grunge rock almost, or like 90s like R&B. Like she's got like Alanis Morissette cassettes in her car. She's listening to like the Fugees. She's she's got like all those 90s classics that she's jamming to. It's straight 90s vibes. Vince, and I lost. Oh no. Vince is like, if Taylor's there at the round table, if Taylor's there, she can make sure it's unbiased. Meanwhile, it's going to be Cody, and then Rachel's just going to take it over anyway. Like, that's the other problem. Is like, listen, Cody can go a little bit with Rachel, but Rachel's still going to end up just kind of taking it over, right? The Amazing Race is on, everybody. I know a lot of you guys want to watch that. I'm going to dip on out. We're going to call it a night here, but we will be live again tomorrow morning. We'll be live here on the channel going over everything, giving you all the info about who won HOH, or who won the first part of the final 3 HOH as we head on into finale. It is going to be a crazy time here as we have our final 3, Ashley, Morgan, and Vince. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button if you like this video. If you had a good time during this stream, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Check out all the links to our socials in the description down below. Check out things like Twitter and Discord. Check Discord when you can. Will do, GG. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Did I miss anything else before I go too? I feel like I might have there as I was going on some Ori rants. GG with another $1 super chat. I appreciate it. And then we had Hobby Cat coming on in, following over on Kick. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.
It took a full round to come even close to bringing me down. I hope you find it hard to believe